Happy Father's Day. Moonbeam. Marine Corps. Found my moonbeam. Actually, this is Grandpa's. They made these in all metal back in the day. This is plastic. The clip's metal. You can put your microphone right to it. So, I'm going to use this as my microphone holder for now. Just want to wish everybody out here in America happy Father's Day. Okay? Especially all of us single dads starting over without our kids. Okay? And once again, I'm going to ask all of you, make a video and post it, talking to your kids. Say happy, whatever to your day, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, wish your kids a happy day, a good day. Wish them happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. If you can't physically be there, make the fucking effort to be here. Okay? Like, I'm planning my trip to go see my kids. Okay? And I'm still reaching out. And I've been reaching out for multiple years now. Okay? It wasn't until recently that I started the TikTok. And I started posting the same videos over on my YouTube. And it made me realize after I started reading some of my schoolwork and understanding that my kids need me even if I'm not physically there. Okay? And through the experiences of my kids, and most especially my daughter Allie, okay? She's the only one that has been able to maintain contact with me, although I just started connecting with everyone recently, okay? This year, no, it was last year. Last year, I connected with Noah, I think. I have to double check. Anyway, my point is, every year it seems like another one of my kids connects with me. And for me, I almost lost hope. Okay? But one of the key things that helped me stay focused and keep going is the fact that I continuously stayed in contact with my daughter. And then when I finally discovered how to connect with Noah, the whole shebang just kind of started flowing. Okay? Don't stress yourself out too hard about making a video. Okay? What I do on my channel and on my TikTok, okay, my YouTube channel and my TikTok is completely speaking to my kids. Okay? Even if I'm reading my schoolwork or in the textbooks, reading the case file scenarios where you have the victim and the narcissist, or the relationship dynamic, or whatever is going on. Okay, I've read a bunch of those stories, and reading those stories out loud on camera and talking to my kids about the schoolwork, you would not believe how many scenarios are actually in the book, or multiple books actually, and online resources that relate to my life and other people around me. So if you scroll down to the bottom of my channel or my TikTok, and you'll see me sitting behind my desk, I'm usually reading my schoolwork stuff or elaborating about something. And that's what really helped enlighten me about how I was being treated. Okay? And it's also enlightened me on how to maintain contact with my kids through the knowledge base of learning psychology Okay, because I'm in psychology, child psychology, and sociology. Sociology is the psychology of a mass of people, a group of people, like a community. Okay, that's sociology. Socializing, sociology, together. Okay, the psychology of society. Okay, how people interact. Child psychology is exactly what it says. Okay, the mentality of, let's just say, someone under 21 or 18. Okay, let's just use 21 because 18 you're still technically teen. Okay, and you're legally an adult. You're allowed to have a firearm and buy tobacco. No, actually, you can't. They raised that to 21 now. Sorry, I'm getting old. Well, my point is, child psychology goes through infancy all the way into young adulthood. Okay, and even when we're in our 20s, we are still technically thinking like a late teen. Okay, and for those that just turned 30, your still mentality is still a couple years behind. Okay, so you're still thinking like a late 20-year-old. Okay, so the older we get, the more we mature. Okay, eventually our mind is supposed to catch up with our body, but if trauma is involved, it gets set behind. Okay, and basic psychology of everything that I'm learning is really focused on the individual and the way they process things. Okay, a psychotherapist, which is what I go by, is the person that helps you deal with your emotions and the psychology behind that and how to process it. Okay, psychotherapy, psycho, it is referring to not being psychotic, but psychology. Okay, the psychology and therapy, psychotherapy. Okay, the therapy is helping you deal with your emotions. Okay, and that's what my entire channel and TikTok is. Okay, psychotherapy. And the best way to do it is the way I present myself. It literally says it's in the book. So be yourself. Okay, be yourself, and try not to be so professional and stuck up and square. You know what I'm saying? Be fun. Be goofy. Be natural. Natural, like, yeah, like that. Okay. So, make a video talking to your kids. Okay. It is therapy for you and therapy for your kid. Okay. It is therapy for my kids to see me because they haven't seen me in a long time. It is therapy for them to hear my voice on a regular basis and see my face on a regular basis. Okay. When a child does not have that other parent present, they forget their face, mannerisms, body language, facial expressions, the inflection of words, how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? It is more important that you relax yourself than to try to make a structured video for your kids. Okay? Even when I talk about psychology or my schoolwork, period, I'm not doing a constructed script like all these other YouTube channels do. Like, they'll sit down at the desk, present what they're going to be doing, with an intro, and then present their stuff, their content, and then do an outro, okay, to wrap up. I don't do that shit, okay? Just talk straight to your kid. That's all you gotta do, okay? Noah talks to me the same way I talk to him, and I really appreciate that, okay? It seriously helps the mood when people are just chill, okay? And when your kids see that this is you, this is me, okay? My kids know this, the person they see on camera is the man they're going to get in person, okay? So don't hide behind a mask and present yourself as being, squared away, high and tight, and fucking serious, and fucking stern, and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking relax, man. Just put your gym shorts on and fucking chill. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your kids in a manner that they will understand. For example, my video that I labeled, I appreciate all my kids. I did that on the cuff. I do all my videos on the cuff, okay? I did that because they inspired me just by staying in contact. And it made me feel good. Okay? Making that video not only gives me feedback, but gives them feedback. Okay? Presenting my appreciation to the kids will let them know, not just mentally, but emotionally, that Dad loves them, cares enough to make these videos, and willingly making videos that make me look goofy, okay? Share your emotions with your kids, no matter what. Don't put a mask up. Be real with your kids. Be honest, okay? The inflection in my voice, okay? And what I just explained about trying to be relaxed and be that way. In my videos, you'll hear the tone of voice change, okay? Depending on which kid I'm talking to, okay? I talk to Adela with a soft, sweet voice because she's young, okay? And I talk to the older kids with a little bit more maturity because, well, my two oldest, they talk to me the way I talk to them. They're young adults, okay? And I don't tell them not to cuss. I don't give a shit, okay? It's not important. I don't want them to put a mask up and make them feel uneasy to talk to me, okay? Now, if my 11-year-old or my 13-year-old start cussing at me, I might have a problem with that, okay? But if my 15, 16, 18, and 19-year-old, if those four start cussing at me, well, not at me, but using cuss words while in a conversation, not cussing at me, but I might say something. Now, if they cussed at me and said, fuck you, you don't do that to Dad, okay? So there's a boundary, and they understand that, okay? And if they said fuck you, I would have had to say or do something to deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a fine line, and they know it, okay? They know they can use certain words and be relaxed about it. Okay, that's something else you should work on with your kid. Allowing them to have the free speech. the freedom and security and safety of knowing that they can talk to dad as if an adult is talking to dad. Okay? They need this. They do. Because if they didn't and they had to hold up a mask and pretend to be this happy-go-lucky squared fucking square that is just trying to be perfect, it's going to induce stress, cortisol. They're not going to want to communicate. They're not going to want to stay in touch because it's just too stressful to maintain a little box of this is me instead of this is me. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. And if you put up boundaries, firewall, I guess you could say, saying those certain words of that speech, that conversation cannot come to me. That puts up severe boundaries and hesitation for your kids to come to you about anything. Okay? If my kids were having kids, my kids are having kids. Sometimes young adults feel like they need to hide it. Okay? And you can't force it. You can't force them to tell you. But if you catch wind or you notice or whatever, contact them privately and let them know it's okay that you can talk to me about anything. All right? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Just don't make communication harder by restricting the type of communication that comes out of your kid's mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. And once they realize that they have the freedom and safety and security to speak freely, that's when truth bombs come out. Okay? So, just go with it. And just like I tell my kids, no matter what they try to throw at me, I ain't gonna get mad at them. I'm not gonna get fucking weird or flip out or fucking do stupid shit. Okay? I've told them, I'm a wild horse. I've been out and, doing my own thing for years now and understand the world. So the shit don't bug me that much. It irritates me from time to time dealing with certain things, but you learn how to deal with it. And when you learn how to deal with it, that's when you go and share with your kids. Yeah, that's what pretty much all these videos are. Like, I figure something out and I share. Or I'm putting pieces together and asking the kids, does this make sense? You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of things you can do with a video. You know what I'm saying? And when you're making your videos, you're not making the videos for the rest of the world. I'm not promoting my videos. I'm not doing shit. I'm not actively seeking out viewers or followers. I'm not making the account secret either, because I want the kids to be able to find it. Okay? And when I contact my kids, I always tell them I love them, I miss them. How are you doing? What are you up to? Always make sure that you constantly remind your kids that you love them and continuously be consistent with staying in touch with your kids. Okay? Communication these days with teens, young adults, it's difficult. Okay? They're busy as shit. They're off with their friends doing whatever, or their jobs. And they're learning to be young adults. So I remind them I'm not trying to bug you. Just call and check in with you, see how you're doing. And I don't bug them every day. Maybe every few days, every couple days, something. It's not, hey, how you doing? Give me an update every fucking day. No. I'm randomly sending them messages, sharing YouTube videos, or I like sharing the music videos. I shared, I can't pull it up here. Yeah, I can pull up my text over here on the tablet. Okay, so let's go to Noah. I shared Brian Martin, FAFO, that's Fuck Around Find Out. That's a music video. And then Ryan Upchurch, Simple Man. I shared that with Noah and Allie and Zeke. When I shared those videos with Zeke, I said, welcome to the South, my son. It's the first time him coming down in the South and living down here. He's been up in the Northwest his whole life. So, gave him some Southern country music to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So, do little things like that for your kids. You don't even have to really communicate and talk to them. I didn't say shit when I sent this to Allie and Zeke. Allie, Zeke, and Noah. I didn't write a text message in there. I just shared the fucking video. Noah likes it. Like, he'll send me stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great way to communicate without verbiage. You share music and you get to know the person. We have good taste in music. Noah and I like the same kind of music. And that was an enlightening moment for me when we started sharing our music. Now I know. He is a whole lot like me. It must drive his mom fucking nuts. Oh, man. And the fact that you look like me, dude, that's fucking just icing on the cake. But anyway, so again, communicating with my kids. I'm talking to TikTok and YouTube single dads out there, but my kids are going to see this, and communicating with them through a video I'm making for the community is just as good. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids are going to see this video, and they're going to watch it, and they're going to see I'm talking to them in my videos. That in itself makes them feel good. You know what I'm saying? So don't necessarily think you have to construct something to actually talk about. Okay? When I have a set thing I want to talk about on camera, it's a random thought. It really is. And the way I've been pulling up some things to talk about is I use Brave browser, okay? And I use its AI thing. So I typed in multiple different things here. Let me go back to a different one here. How to build self-confidence, okay? That was the entire video. And I read the whole thing, okay? You can type anything into it. It could be something about psychology. It could be life stuff. Come on. There we go. It didn't give me anything new. I was hoping if I clicked more, it would do something else, but it didn't. It just gave me the same information. Anyway, when I did this, I was thinking about one of my kids, and in that video, I stated that I made this video for one of your siblings, and I'm not going to say their name. Just want to let all my kids know that your sibling needs to hear a little bit of self-confidence from dad. So that also inspires the kids to help each other out without diming out the one child that may need self-confidence boost from dad. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I do for my videos is I tag the 3 oldest that have accounts online, making sure that they know I made a video for them. And the videos that I don't tag them in, they're still coming by and watching because they know I'm going to be consistently putting new stuff out there. Okay? And as far as I can tell, they all watch every time I post something. So even if I'm talking to the community, they're going to watch this. And if you did the same thing, they'll watch it. Okay? Now, I cannot guarantee that your kid is going to watch you. Okay? But you got to first reach out and communicate. You have to first reach out and reassure your kid that you were there. That's the whole point of my appreciation for my kids video, is to verbalize it so that they know. If you don't verbalize it, there's always going to be doubt, okay? And then you have to back it up by actually showing the fuck up, okay? And that's what I'm planning, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I only got to this point because I reached a point where my kids know that I'm level. They know that I wasn't the bad guy in the situation. They know that I love them. They know I'm trying. I'm continuously putting videos out and texting them, whether it be on text or in a social media message. The consistency that I never had, I want my kids to have. Even if the mothers are keeping my kids from me, I'm still going to circumvent the whole control and allow my kids to watch me online publicly. Okay? And this way also helps for security. It does. Because if I was to communicate with my kids only privately, it could be accused of, I could be accused of anything, really. And anybody could say shit about it. But if I make a video verbalizing my thoughts, any psychologist can come up to my channel, my TikTok, and evaluate me psychologically. And they'll tell you, this guy ain't fucking faking it. And this guy ain't fucking psycho. He's just a level-headed guy trying to put his life back together. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta build your trust with your kids. Stay consistent and prove it. Okay? Stay consistent in communication. Constantly tell them that you love them and miss them. Constantly staying in touch. Make some videos. And let them know that they're special. Okay? Each one of my kids are different, unique, and special to me. Okay? I could just keep on going. We're sitting at about 30 minutes now. But I just want the single dads out there dealing with Father's Day like I am, alone. I made contact with my kids. I reached out. Okay? Zeke and Allie are both busy with their home life stuff. And Noah at least reached out this morning, said Happy Father's Day. And he remained really busy today too. And I called him late this evening, and everybody was calling him. So I just basically called to say goodnight to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he appreciates that. I'm sure it made him feel good to know that Dad was trying. And even though he needed to go to bed, just wanted him to know. I was reaching out, just wanted to see how he was doing. Tell him I loved him. It's important. It is important. No matter where you are, if you're down the street from your kid or across the country, you have the same opportunity I do. I started out with only my phone. Okay? Download the CapCut video editor. It's free. You won't get any fucking little marks in your videos anywhere. Okay? Use that to adjust the volume. Okay? That will improve your volume. Okay? The phone's microphone sucks. It doesn't matter if you're iPhone or Android. Okay? So adjust the volume of your video by using CapCut editing tools. Okay? And once you do that, you'll be clear audio. One of the biggest things with creating a video is your audio. Okay? This microphone is the DJI Mini full set. Okay? So I got the receiver plugged into the bottom of the iPhone. And the microphone is usually on my shirt. Okay? But it was kicking my ass today. My fingers are fucking hurting. It is a pretty powerful magnet, and it's an awesome microphone. It was $80 at Best Buy. Okay? You got the same deal on Amazon and other places. DJI is actually selling it for $80. It's 2 microphones and a receiver, and it's a universal kit. You can use it on any phone or tablet, computer, laptop, anything with a USB-C. Okay? And you can use it on an actual camera, like a camera. Okay? One of the biggest things with your videos is your audio. And I had the money, so I got it. If you got the money, do it. Okay? You don't need the microphone. This is just to help me further make things easier and better for me. Okay? So you don't have to try so hard. You don't have to buy a bunch of equipment. You don't have to do shit. Start with your fucking phone, man. You're looking at me on your phone right now. So prop your phone up somewhere. I got this cheap fucking $15 fucking Walmart phone tripod. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just holding the fucking phone. And it's not attached to anything. I've got the other one that I showed on camera the other day. It's got 4 feet. So both of those are at Walmart. Okay. Yeah, we'll just end it there. Don't try so hard. Just be yourself. Have fun. Be goofy. Talk to your kids at an age-appropriate tone of voice. And don't restrict your kids from having to hide their verbiage or their character or demeanor. Don't force them into putting a mask on, making them believe you don't want them to act that way or say those things. Don't restrict their communication. It'll make it harder for them. Okay? So we're going to end it here. For all my kids out there watching, listening, I love you and I miss you. And thanks for watching. And for all the single dads out there on Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Reach out to your kid like this. Okay? Later, folks.